Well, hello. I have something exciting for you. I have an unboxing. I have already opened the box because I figured it would be a little noisy, but this is the My Way collection, or Your Own Way. Make it your own way. And this is the one that I have chosen to use this year for an album in a year. They just released on Monday the Amy Tangerine one that is a brighter collection, like a rainbow collection. If you're familiar with Amy Tangerine, that is a beautiful collection as well. I feel like it's probably, me personally, I feel like it's a little more feminine, but nonetheless, it is a beautiful collection. It's worth taking a look at. Crave Memories also released some album kits with that collection, and they each come with a custom album cover, and they are beautiful. So it's worth checking out. I did the Buy It All bundle for Your Own Way, and it comes with the Border Maker cartridge. They're going to be releasing, I think, quarterly, but don't quote me on that. Something that's a little more of a foundational type of punch, and so I will be punching that for you. But let's get digging into this and see what we have. And while we do this, I would love to hear from you. If you would comment below if you're excited about these collections that Crave Memories is coming out with to get an album done in a year. If you're, and just what you're liking. These are the monthly titles, and these are beautiful. They almost look like a navy blue. They don't quite look black, but they could be kind of charcoaly. But they have a painted look to them. I don't know if you can see that right there, but see how that looks painted, like it's been brushed on. Very nice look. So they have those for each of the months. And I like how that looks. I wasn't sure how that was going to look, but I like that. And actually, let me snip this a little. It makes it easier to get stuff out. And then this is the embellishments. So I'm going to do that. And there are a lot of embellishments. Let me just scoot that over there so you can see these on the white. So these are all pieces that you can add stickers to, and they all represent colors that are in the collection. You're going to see this hexagon shape, which some people love, some people don't. I'm excited about using it. So you can see they've got arrows, tags, journal, type things. This, these can go behind a photo for layering pieces. If you're going to be, I wish I had done this, and I'm going to need to go back and do it. If you're going to be doing your album in a year using this Your Own Way collection, you will probably want 2 of these. All right, so you can see we've got grays, browns, a lot of jewel tones, and nice neutrals. I do like it much better in person than even what I saw. All right, so those are all the different embellishments. There's over 40 pieces, but you can definitely see how you would probably want to complete your album. So that is those. Are those. But yes, comment below as I am thinking over the year ahead and the kind of videos I would like to bring. I'd like to hear from you as I'm formulating my plan. And my plan for the most part is outlined. I want to do some stash busting. I have collections that I need to use up. All right, these are the MAC cards. They're doing things a little differently. Look at that. How cool is that? You could even cut these up as well, all right? But these are beautiful for journaling. Happy travels. So there you go. Look at how nice that is. So both sides of that are really good. And that's that light blue. And here's the green. It's going a different way. You can do a number of different things with these. Full heart. That's another great one that looks like it's brushed. So you see that. I really like this look. I think that's really cool. And you could put a small photo in here. If you're going to do, instead of a 12 by 12, if you were going to do a 6.5 by 10 or 6 3/4 by 10 or an 8 by 8, this would be having this on a page with a smaller photo in here and then talking about things, putting your title up here, and then maybe another larger photo down here. It would be a great way to also do a review type of thing. All right, here they have it in that magenta, that jewel tone. This Moment, that's another great title. All right, here's another. So you're seeing, all right, this has the fall look to it. So it's got the leaves, and then we have fireworks on the back. So 4th of July or New Year's. All right, so you see that. All right, another one with the stars. Enjoy the little things. That kind of has an autumn feel to it. All right, this one's a little different than those. Oops, I got to keep that in camera. Perfect Day, I like that. That's just a fun card. And then the heart. All right, and then this has a similar look as well. And this is in like a navy blue, kind of a charcoaly blue. And the sun, great for summer. Or this could even be like a Cinco de Mayo type of feel. All right, so there's that. And we've got the light blue on the back, Chasing Wonder. That's fun. Very, very different types of lettering, writing. I like that. But yes, comment below what you would like to see. All right, so I'm thinking about doing some stash busting. Here we have some snowflakes. Those are really beautiful. All right, and then that tag. I'd like to do that with older photos. Then I will also be doing demonstrating the Your Own Way as well. Demonstrating some title pages or single pages that can be used as title pages, because you all seem to like that title page that I did and are interested in that. So let me know if you would like to see more sketches being interpreted, or if you would like, sometimes I veer off of a sketch and do my own thing off the map. So that's a fun one, even for hiking for a day. Here we're seeing the hexagons again. I am going to be using those. Isn't that a cool floral with the hearts in it? That's a lot of fun. Mother's Day, an anniversary, obviously, Valentine's Day. So anyway, those are these. But yes, I would like to hear from you about what you would like to see and how I could serve you better. You know, I've been doing this channel now for a little over 6 months. You know, my viewership has been going up at a steady rate. But I would like to hear from you. And, you know, for you to continue to subscribe and like my videos so it continues to grow. I usually try to include my links so that you can shop with me if you don't have an advisor to shop with, or even if you're not fully Creative Memories, but you like some of the things. You know, we have really great albums and they're redesigning a lot. So here are some of the stickers. I do like how they're doing the titles. All right, so that's January. All right, then we have March. That was January and February. So we got a lot of jewel tones. But I think it's beautiful. I like these eggs here for April. I'm going to have fun using these in different ways, using that hexagon shape. May, you see how the colors start to change. They bring in the blues, the yellows, and the greens, and kind of a charcoaly blue. So you see how that all changes. Some oranges. All right, and then they warm it up a little bit here, going into more of the burnt tones. So they're doing a nice job with how they're changing those color stories. And then you see that magenta color come back in the fall, along with the browns. A green pumpkin. I think that's fun. So really fun, different colors. And then browns, more of a teal green than a Kelly green. And then the red isn't quite like a true Christmas red, but it's a beautiful shade. It's a little cooler, I guess. Got a little more pink in it. But anyway, it's a beautiful tone. So those are the stickers. And then these are the titles, which these are clear. All right, so there's the spring one. They've got a lot of little wordy bits. Some of them are actually white, so you can't really see those. But you can see Winter Wonderland and maybe some of the snowflakes right there. All right, so there's that. Some different ones here. Summer Vacation. Again, you can't really see these too well because they are white on some of them. But then there's a great mix of the grays, beiges, blacks, and then the whites, and some of them are a little cream. So I think that's really nice. Better Together, Life Happens. Boy, does it sometimes. Party Time, Hello, Picture Perfect, Way to Go. So a lot of great pieces in here. Holiday Hangover, if you know, sometimes you don't have to be hungover because of the drinks. Sometimes you're just hungover because of the food or not getting enough sleep. All right, so those are the stickers. And the Buy It All came with a playbook, project playbook. So if you would like to see some of these, I can do this. This looks like it could be a really great title page right here. Using a lot of circles in different ways. You can see that there. So they're having fun with circles. I do like to change things up. But that circle could be a fun title page, so I might have to play with that. And they give you a cutting guide. Here's another one that could be a great title page with one large picture. The last one I did with the envelope, I told you that I do like to use a paper that is representative of the entire year in colors, all the different seasons, and that's what this one is. So I like the use of the circles. This one is interesting. That is a busier one, but you know, we can play with it and see. And then here it is with triangles. This could be a fun year in review, a fun title page here. So lots of interesting things. So let me know what you would like to see. That little doggy is just going to have to wait. Now, the cardstock that came with this, we have beige, the caramel, the dark sea green, deep orchid, and songbird blue. So those are all colors that you should be familiar with. All right, so here we go with the papers. I think she's going to bark until... Hopefully she won't. She gets a little demanding this time of day because it is dinner time and she's not being entertained. All right, let me just lay that flat. All right, so this is the designer paper pack. This is going to have all of your printed papers. So this is a nice light blue, like the songbird blue. All right, it's got a nice diamond pattern on it. All right, with the white, I think that's a beautiful pattern. The other side is the hexagon. So this is a little more of a beigey background. There's some texture on the background. It's got some distressing on it. You can see that when I show that to you. This would be a great one to punch out with. If you have the old CM hexagon punches, I'll bet that will fit on here. So that's a nice looking one. That could be fun in small amounts. All right, here is, it looks like stones, very textured, has a, you know, like they've wiped stain, you know, it just has a distressed look to it, a lot of distressing. This one is the blue, but you also see spattering of red or magenta on there, okay? That has that dash line going through it, dash and dots. Really great colors, to be honest. The Noteworthy Days, if you still have some of that, that will mix in. All right, so this is the light green, again, distressed, but like a hatch marks. Kind of sketchy looking. Not sketchy bad, sketchy good, like you sketched it. All right, so this looks like, it's funny, right? Like you've got hexagons squares and circles all on here. And that's fun. That is magenta and pinks. Again, spattered background. Looks really good. And we've got this nice burnt orange color. That's beautiful. This would also work with this past fall collection. And then look at the splattering on this. You've got this teal green, and then rusty tones and kind of a softer magenta look. But that's a fun one. So let's keep that together. This one has these designs going in different directions, like arrows. And again, distressed. A lot of distressed papers. And I do like how that looks. It brings some other interest. All right, and this is the other side. So we have like a rainbow shape, an arch in the blue and the teal green. All right, very nice. Nice shade of blue too, the way they've mixed that color. And then we have more of a teal, brighter teal green. It's not a true Kelly. All right, and this is that paper that has the little brush strokes and spattering, you know, the splatters on it, that would represent all the seasons. So I think that could be a good one for a title page. So those are the designer papers. All right, and then they also give us tone on tone, and look how they have the new Cray of Memories colors. So they're telling you that beige, dark sea green, caramel, songbird blue, and deep orchid all go with this collection. All right, and then I also got January's page kit. All right, so this is the tone on tone for your own way. So they almost have a wood look to them, but it looks like broad brush strokes, but it could also be guised as a like a wood tone. Then you've got this nice green, kind of like a teal. That's a fun pattern there. And then they have the same pattern in this russet tone. All right, and then you got like a striae that looks kind of like bark in the brown. All right, so we're seeing a repeat of that pattern that we saw in the green and a repeat of the striae, but in more of a gray. And then a russet brush stroke. She is going to give me a hard time. She's going to have to wait. So those nice colors as well. These are really lovely. So you're seeing that there's some repetitive ones here, and that's fine. I think we need those. A beige one like that, green, and then the brush strokes with the magenta, and then the blue with a striae in the magenta. So we've got different colors going on here, and then the magenta, the kind of teal, you know, a lighter sea green, and then the blue. So those are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. So we'll bring those back in, because I think these look really nice together. I get a little busy over here with all these colors. All right, and then I'm going to bring up the page kit here. The first one. This is January's page kit. If you kept up with those last year, these were really fun and a great way to help finish the album. And here are the stickers for it. Okay, this moment. So the oranges and the magentas. All right, so you got the stars, good vibes, simple joy, today shines. All right, so this could be birthday, kind of like New Year. Sorry to turn that. Revel in this moment. That's a nice big title. And then there are nice sticker lines here, 12-inch. All right, here is the page kit. All right, that's what it's going to look like. I like how they've designed that. All right, and then here are... All right, so they have it going like this. All right, so you've got that blue with the magenta. All right, so last year they had different stuff on, like you could do one or two, you know, you could do either or. This time it's just printed on one side. So that is the look. So you can see how they've done that. And then they still have the cut apart sheet. So here it is with the fireworks. This would also work with the inking template stencils. All right, so you've got those fireworks up in there, and then kind of like scratch marks. All right, and then like a little journal box. All right, and these colors are fun. I'm going to try to use them for January. All right, and then there are the stickers for it. And then here is this little border maker cartridge. I do like how Creative Memories is rebranding. I think they're doing a nice job with it. Oop. All right, let's get that out of the way. I gotta save this box. And pardon the barking. She is gonna dig in a little bit more, but I wanted to do this for you. I wanted to cut this so that you could see it and see the border maker cartridge system. But yeah, if you don't have a Creative Memories advisor, I would love to be your advisor and help you get your albums done. All right, so there is that. Isn't that nice? Looks really good. I like that. All right, we'll move that out of the way. All right, that is the unboxing. I hope that was helpful for you to see all of these. Hello there. I'm going to get you fed in just a minute. But I hope it helped you to be excited about it. The Amy Tangerine is truly a rainbow look. And so you might enjoy that. And that is beautiful. I'm not saying it's not. It is gorgeous. Here are the designer papers, or the designer papers again. All right, so that you can see all these here. Hey, knock it off. All right, so there are those with this one. Just gotta start taking paper. Stop it. All right, so here are kind of the big hero papers with all the colors in them, with some nice, that nice blue. All right, so that's those again. And then the stickers, I'll bring those back to the front here so that you can see those. February, March, May. All right. But yeah, comment below. Are you excited about this collection? Like I said, some of my plans, I am gonna once a month do the month in review, a layout from that. Once a month, I'm gonna do a layout from my travel album in Colorado. Then I'll be doing stash busting layouts as well. And so let me know if that interests you, and let me know if you are like want to see more sketches, you know, that kind of thing, with the measurements and all. So, and having those demoed. So I will do that for you. But thank you again for watching. And you know, here's to really getting our albums done this year and catching up a little bit. We don't want to feel overwhelmed, but just taking the time to be creative. All right, have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you next week with our first layout, our second layout of the new year. All right, I'll look forward to being with you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.